Hey guys, I want to do a quick example with synthetic division on a problem where the leading coefficient is not 1. In the previous problems, we've had a leading coefficient of 1, and so we just immediately set it up in synthetic division box and went to town with it. Well, that does not work with this. If there's a leading coefficient of something other than 1, what I want to do is I want to divide every term in this problem by that 2 so that I can then have a leading coefficient of 1. So if I divide 4 by 2, that gives me 2x to the fourth. And I want to have minus 37 over 2x squared plus 2x plus 9 halves. And that's all being divided by. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that leaves me with x. And negative 1 divided by 2 is a negative 1 half. Okay, so we put the opposite in our box. It's going to be a positive 1 half out here. Bring down my coefficients. 2. Now remember, they have to go in descending order. 4, 3, 2, 1, none. We're missing the 3, so I've got to put in that 0 as a placeholder. Negative 37 over 2, positive 2, 9 halves, and we can begin our dividing. Okay, so I want to scroll down a little. Drop down our 2. Bring it straight down, then multiply. 2 times 1 half is 1. Add them. 1 times 1 half is 1 half. Add them. That's negative 36 halves, which is negative 18. Negative 18 times 1 half is negative 9. Add them. You get negative 7. Half of negative 7 is going to be negative 7 halves. So it looks like I have a remainder of, what would that be? 2 over 2, which is just 1. Right? So my remainder is 1. So now we got to go back and put, remember, we're dividing out an x. So I've got to put in my exponents. If I had x to the fourth and I divided out an x, now I have x to the third. Then I have x to the second. Then I have x and then nothing. So my answer is a positive 2x to the third plus x squared minus 18x minus 7. And then I have a remainder of 1 over the divisor, and my divisor was, in this case, x minus 1 half. You can't see it because of my video. There we go, x minus 1 half. So 1 over x minus 1 half. That's kind of ugly. If we want, we can change it by multiplying to get rid of that fraction again by 2. We'd have to multiply top and bottom. So I'd have 2x cubed plus x squared minus 18x minus 7 plus, because if I multiply by 2 over 2, I'm really just multiplying by 1. So that's 2 over 2x minus 1. So real quick, let's recap what we did. If we are dividing a polynomial function by something that does not have a leading coefficient of 1, we've got to get rid of that coefficient. So we do that by dividing. If I divide one term by 2, I have to divide every term by 2. So I divided each term by 2. We set it up in synthetic division. We put the opposite of the negative 1 half in our box, so it's a positive 1 half. Bring down all of my coefficients. I had to put a placeholder in there. That placeholder for the x cubed was a 0, so 2, 0, negative 3 halves, 2, and 9 halves. Drop down the first, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, and then put it back in order. We divided out an x, so I have one fewer exponents, so 2x cubed plus x squared minus 18x minus 7 plus, then I put this back in to my regular form, 2 over 2x minus 1. And that is how you do synthetic division when the leading coefficient isn't 1.